And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you could. I'm glad to be here with you. Took some L-glutamine and you end up with white lips. Oh, yeah. L-glutamine, it's an amino acid that it's very good for the mucosa, the lining in your mouth, and especially in the lining in your stomach, intestine, wherever. It is one of the therapies that it's used for leaky gut, just so you know.
What about ulcers? Would it help out if I had ulcers?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't think. I haven't seen it. It's not to say that somebody hasn't used it for that. I'll have to check. Anyway, so that's why my lips are white. I'm not wearing lipstick. White lipstick. I remember back in the day when we wore white lipstick. I remember.
The 80s. Yeah.
I remember that. So I hope you're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and wherever, whatever you may be doing, and you might even be in Panama City.
That's right. We are syndicated in Panama City now with the help of Olive Leaves Nutrition Center.
Right.
They're our sponsors.
Right. And WLTG?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They come on in the second hour, so we'll be able to give them a good shout out in the second hour. And,
all right, we'll.
But I'm excited about being in Panama City. That's a huge market for us.
Yeah, it's nice. It's great. I'm glad to be there. And tomorrow is May the 4th, and we're going to be celebrating the 13th anniversary of Let's Talk Nutrition here at iHeartMedia. We're going to move it out of the studio and into the Golden Diamond Source Performance Theater here at the complex. It seats about 50 people. The room will hold a little bit more, but it's about 50 people in there. And I think we have, did everybody, all the seats taken? Or
yes, it's going to be standing room only now.
Okay. So it'll be catered. Prizes, giveaways. We're going to raffle stuff off during the nice things, during the very nice gifts, during the breaks. Breakfast will be, as I say, it will be catered. I'll have 6 guests, 3 in the first hour, 3 in the second hour. The audience will have an opportunity to ask questions of those guests or make comments. We'll have a microphone. You can get up and go and ask them or tell them what's on your mind. It should be a lot of fun, and I'm looking so forward to it. Can't tell you. We've worked very hard, everybody involved. Have the marketing crew, Gary, and others helping to organize these kinds of events. It's easy to come up with the idea. It's another thing to execute it. And I remember sitting in the studio and I said to Gary, I said, I think we need to celebrate the 13-year anniversary of this show. And that was several weeks ago. And we've been working at it ever since, and he's been after it too. Steven's involved. Everybody's involved. So I wanted to show our appreciation. The event is it's a metaphor to capture our gratitude to the audience, the listening audience, the viewing audience over these 13 years. It's a long time. And many people have listened to this show from day one. You'd be amazed. I've met some of these people. I'm amazed. And many have hardly missed any shows. And this show airs 365, 5 days a week, 365 days a year. So I'm just saying. And we've logged well over 6,000 hours of airtime when you sit down roughly. I'm amazed at that when I think about it. It's 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. Adds up. It's a lot of content. It's a lot of conversation. That's a lot of effort to try and educate and empower the audience to take charge of their health and to age successfully. Those are a couple of themes that we're going to have featured tomorrow. Aging successfully and taking charge of your health. There, perhaps to age successfully, you have to take charge of your health. And aging successfully can mean a lot of different things to people. I'm curious to see what people say about that. Does that mean just not getting sick? Is that what that means? Or can it mean much more than that?
I think to me it's a quality of life. I mean, being able to get in my older years and be able to do stuff still, be able to do things, be able to walk around unaided,
Being ambulant.
Yeah.
One of the first things you notice when you walk into a nursing home is what? Many of the residents are unable to walk and are in wheelchairs. And that's losing that ability. And what people will tell you, that being able to walk, being ambulant, being able to get around, go here and there, do this and that, just being able to walk is one of the most important features of living deeper into the life cycle. Not being able to do that destroys quality of life for many people. They sense a loss of independence and control. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. 4002 West Gandy Boulevard is the address for the station. And we have the live audience in front of us, and then the live audience out in the ether. Those are going to listen and watch the show, listen on radio, and watch it on the stream. Here's a number to call to connect.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. Dr. Garko's personal email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. Follow us and like us on Facebook. That's Let's Talk Nutrition. Subscribe to Let's Talk Nutrition's YouTube page, where everything is archived and closed captioned, and you get alerts when we come live on that page.
Please share with the audience the app.
Okay, so we have the Let's Talk Nutrition app. You can download it through Google Play or your iPhone or iTunes, either or. And one of the great things about it is it's 3 buttons. It's one of the easiest apps out there. You're not fiddling with anything. It comes up. There's a great picture of you, by the way.
Thanks.
Is on the front of the page, and then you can watch or listen to the archive shows. That comes right up. There's special offers on there, and there's a contact. And under contact, it says visit online. When you click on that visit online, it brings you to the live feed. So I'm going to see if I can get it to come up real quick. I'm inside of a building, and then it comes up to the live feed of YouTube, of our actual YouTube feed.
So what happens here at the show, there's Gary showing you if you're watching. He pulled it right up. Of course, the show is videotaped, and that's archived on the website. It's for a day or two. Then does it stay there for a while?
Yeah, then it goes into a list, and then the list rotates. So it's bi-weekly.
Then it's transported over into YouTube, where it's libraried. And you can go to YouTube. What do they need to do when they go to YouTube to find previous shows?
Just go to our Let's Talk Nutrition page. It is 3 words. It's the only one that is 3 words. Let's Talk Nutrition on YouTube.
Say just Let's Talk Nutrition, and the shows come up?
And the show will come up, and it'll come up to our page, and you subscribe to our page.
Okay.
And you get everything.
Okay. So as a preview for tomorrow, there's something that'll probably come up tomorrow. At least I'll bring it up. And that's the concept of immunosenescence. Boy, that sounds serious.
Energy, energy, and more energy. women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. Dr. Michael Lyon will be along and will be the guest on today's show. Tomorrow at the 13th anniversary celebration of the show, the guest that we'll have there, I'll bring up the notion of aging successfully and taking charge. Those two concepts or principles: aging successfully and taking charge of your health. With respect to both of those themes, there's a concept or an issue called immunosenescence. as we age, the immune system will undergo certain age-related alterations or changes, whether you like it or not. And they accumulate to produce what can be described as a progressive deterioration. I'm sorry. In the ability of the person to respond to infections and to develop immunity after vaccination, both of those things are correlated with a high mortality rate in the elderly. Immunosenescence, defined as changes in the immune system associated with age, as I just said, has captured the interest and imagination of healthcare practitioners, scientists, researchers who are trying to understand human biology, aging, and matters related. This issue, now, there are not very many people walking around on the planet in their day-to-day life thinking of immunosenescence. My opinion, based on my independent review of the literature, my own life experiences as well, and listening to others for a long, long time, as you age, you've heard me say you have to keep inflammation down. And the other variable here, the other factor, is keeping your immune system robust. If you let things just take their natural course and don't do anything, don't do the kinds of things that we suggest on this show in terms of diet and lifestyle, it's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. Inflammation will set in, either systemically or locally, depending on whatever is going on with you, and your immune system will become compromised. And not only that, but you will suffer from immunosenescence and its ability to do what it needs to do, that is, be the sentinel of your body, fight off infections due to viruses, bacteria, microbes of any kind, and to help the body repair after injury. If that begins to fade and becomes compromised, you're a sitting target, no matter what else you do. And sometimes people will inspire early onset of immunosenescence. They put such a great demand on the immune system, they wear it out, darn near wear it out. Not enough sleep, too much stress, too much alcohol, not enough exercise, horrible diet, goes on and on and on. These systems in our body weren't intended to run and work forever. And it's sooner or later, you'd like it to be later when they start to go on the wane. But this whole issue of the immune system is got to be at the top as you age. And it's got to be one of the things to think about as you take charge of your health. You can have all other facets of your health be just fine. But if that immune system is compromised and you are in the state of steady and rapid immunosenescence, where there's a deterioration of your immune system, I don't care who you are. You are flirting with trouble. It is the sentinel of your body. I've used that metaphor for years. It is the protector of your body. It is on duty. And I often say, if it walks off duty and just drifts away or goes AWOL on you or MIA, you're on your own.
Between smoking, sleeping, and eating, what would be the first thing
Smoking.
you'd work on?
Absolutely. You can have a great diet. You can eat well. It's not going to countervail the effects of smoking. Smoking is a death sentence.
Yeah. I've been sitting here thinking about that, of those three things that you mentioned.
Excessive smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. Diet and not smoke, or smoke and eat a good diet. I say, please let them quit smoking.
Really?
Yeah.
That important?
You can eat vegetables that are coming out of your ears. Okay? The damage to the DNA by smoking is not going to be able to handle that. That's the truth. Maybe some of my colleagues feel differently about it. I'm just saying. Nobody's ever asked me that question. That's an interesting question. Well, for me, it's not a tough choice. I wonder what Dr. Lyon thinks about that.
I mean, that is a tough question, ain't it?
Right. Do they quit smoking and have an excellent diet, or have a great diet and still smoke? I'd say quit smoking.
Vitamins, and what's truly different about Every Woman's One Daily from New Chapter is that it's fermented with probiotics and whole foods and gentle even on an empty stomach. Every Woman's One Daily helps you feel good every day, giving you immune, energy, and stress support, and nutrients for bone and heart health. You will notice a difference. Every Woman's One Daily recently won the Best Multivitamin Award, and I love that it's non-GMO project verified. Discover the wisdom of nature with New Chapter.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Figure's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Dr. Michael Lyon is my guest. Dr. Lyon is a regular guest on Let's Talk Nutrition, one of my favorite guests, for a lot of different reasons, which become apparent when you listen to the conversations we have on air. And Dr. Lyon has been a practicing physician for many years, has a practice in Canada, runs a clinic. We'll get him, he'll tell you about it as we go along. It's a weight management, if you will, clinic. I don't want to misrepresent what he does, but it's a clinic whereby people are referred there. That's how you get in. You have to be referred, and people who are obese and morbidly obese. So these are the toughest of the toughest cases, I would presume. And they see 200 or 300 patients a day in the clinic. And they've had pretty darn good success in their program. No tricks, no gimmicks, using dietary principles, lifestyle principles that are sustainable. And, you know, it's one thing to lose the weight. Dr. Lyon knows much about this. I consider him one of the leading experts in this whole arena of weight loss and other matters. He's not just weight loss, but and he'll tell you, it's one thing to lose the weight. A lot of people can lose it. Keeping it off and maintaining your health and living your life with quality of life after that, tough stuff. I've often said to people, if you can lose weight and keep it off, you could go to NASA and be an astronaut. You can do anything. And I could tell you, there's so much I can tell you about Doctor. His credentials are formidable, and he's done so many things, written books, lectures, works in the clinic, comes on this shows such as mine. He's a busy guy.
Been on many Canadian talk shows.
I'm sure. I like him a lot. Dr. Lyon, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you again.
Yeah, it's always great to be on your show, Michael.
So, Gary asked me a question. I was talking about these two connected themes of aging successfully and taking charge of your health. They're gonna be featured tomorrow at our anniversary show. And he said to me, if you had to make a choice, you know, what were they? Good diet, smoking, and some other variable. Without hesitation, I said, quit smoking. And I said, well, if you gave me the choice, you know, have the person have a great diet, but they smoked or didn't smoke and their diet was not all that great, I'd say, no smoking. I'll live with the bad diet. The smoking, I think, is just a death sentence. What is your take on? I'm just curious what you would choose.
Well, I usually say first things first. So, yeah, the smoking would be number one. But, you know, it kind of depends on the scenario. people are ready for change in different ways. So if we have someone that's referred to our facility and they end up, we find out that they're a smoker, we sometimes, it's better to kind of lay a foundation to help them to start to make some serious changes first. So we may even have them attend, say, a cognitive behavioral therapy group for a while to get some foundation in their mental health to be able to deal with the distress that they're going to experience when they start to give up some of the things that give them some relief from their distress. And that's kind of the problem, is that people have distress in their lives. They feel turmoil. They feel tension and stress with things going on in their life. And sometimes they just have these little micro escapes that they get every day. When they light up a cigarette, they can sort of let go of some of their anxious thoughts for just a few moments. And the same with some of the food that they might be eating. They might find that if they don't have any other avenue to release their stress, they might find themselves really struggling to try to maintain those changes. So giving them some other avenues to help deal with those distressful thoughts and feelings inside is sometimes a really, it's a smart investment.
Sure. And, it's interesting now that I think about it and hear you talk. You could have somebody who's obese and is a smoker, and they come into your clinic and losing weight, as you well know better than anybody on the planet, is a highly stressful event. And their smoking habit may even be exacerbated with the weight loss, trying to lose the weight. I never thought about it that way. Or drinking, alcohol. They could have an alcohol issue, right?
Exactly.
So, you screen them for these variables, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we put a lot of time into trying to understand the problem, not from the perspective of, what kind of diet are we going to use that magically will help them, but really how did they get to this point in the first place? And it's usually a lot of different issues that are underlying the weight problem. It's not a simple weight problem. There's really no such thing. It's a lot of things that have led to that serious health problem. And if someone just dives in and quits smoking in isolation, they're usually going to gain weight. So they come to us because they might have diabetes or high blood pressure, and they have a weight problem. And if you get them to start by quitting smoking and they start gaining weight, it's not going to encourage them, that's for sure. So
no, it's not.
You kind of have to put everything in perspective. But yeah, I totally agree that smoking is the top priority.
Something when we have these conversations, such an emergent quality to communication generally, but as I talk with you all the time, I just think that the greatest paradox of weight loss is the focus on diet. I think that the point that you make, what I'm meaning to say is that certainly the food is critical. I mean, it's central it's a centerpiece of weight loss. I get that. But the way we have used the notion of food and weight loss, it has been an aberration. I mean, it's not right. It's not the way to do it. These processed foods, prepackaged foods and whatnot and all that stuff, you can lose weight on that stuff too. But I just think that your point about there are so many other factors that got somebody to obesity in the first place. It wasn't just the food. Food was maybe a consequence of the other variables, right?
Yeah, the food is, when people overeat, it's usually, of course, something that has to do with just enjoying the taste, but it also has to do with comforting the soul. So if you have someone who has a soul that's in distress and hurting inside, and they're using food as a way to somehow console their soul, then really you have to treat the soul as well, or else you're not going to really help them in the long run there.
It's a great point. We'll be right back.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends, Virilomax, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension, exclusively available on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for... Dr. Michael Lyon's our guest today on Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Lyon heads up an institute and program in Canada called the Medical Weight Management Program. You can find it online. It's in Canada, and it's by referral. You have to be a Canadian citizen. It's open to patients, but they have to be referred. And it's an interesting approach that they have. They have so many patients every day, 200-300 patients a day that they see. Dr. Lyon, how long has that clinic been operating?
It started as a research center about maybe 12 years ago, and I had a chance to do research in obesity and had a dietitian that worked with me, and actually that's where we were involved in the initial research on the dietary fiber PGX. So I did clinical trials there for different health products, and it was a time when the Canadian government was actually encouraging researchers across the country and providing a lot of funding for looking into natural health products. It was really quite a unique period in time where virtually every university across the country was starting to get very interested in natural health products as potentially something that would be part of a more sustainable healthcare system, and so I was one of the researchers, medical doctors, and researchers that decided to get involved in this field, and I'd been interested in natural medicine since I was a kid, so it was something that I was quite keen to do more work in, and I had a special interest in dietary fiber, so it was it was really my interest in the potential for fiber to reduce surges in blood sugar after meals, and to reduce appetite that led to a couple of years of exploration with 2 Canadian universities, and it eventually led to the discovery of PGX. And when we we started studying what this very interesting, highly soluble fiber would do, we started seeing it had a dramatic impact on the blood sugar response after meals, and it also reduced feelings of hunger and appetite that were quite sustained. And when I saw how remarkable the effects were in clinical trials, we were doing these studies, double-blind studies that went on for sometimes 4 months or so, and people were just raving about how well this was working for them. And I eventually decided I needed to start looking at this in more of a serious treatment of obesity, and so I started getting some funding from the government to develop an obesity treatment program, and I had been treating obesity, as a physician all my career for 30 years or so, and so I had some knowledge of the area, but I started doing a lot more studying, and I went to Harvard and and studied there for a while. I go there quite regularly. I'm going there next week actually to Harvard again. Doing a diabetes course there. But anyway, I kind of searched the world to find the best obesity treatment programs, and eventually developed a program that was kind of it had some of the elements of some of the best programs that I had encountered around the world. And that was now about 6 years ago that we opened the Medical Weight Management Center, and with government funding we were able to provide what is now, I think, the most comprehensive obesity treatment program anywhere, and I think it's actually the busiest obesity treatment clinic in the world now. It's certainly one of them, and it's all covered by the in Canada we have a universal healthcare system, and people are able to access our program without any charge, and it really is helping thousands of lives now, helping people turn their life around. And I have to say, still, without PGX, that dietary fiber, first of all, it was a catalyst to start this program, and secondly, it's something that people can make part of their lifestyle, and with every meal they include PGX, and it helps them dramatically reduce how much food that they need to eat before they feel full and satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
And the big thing is people come in and they're struggling with their weight, and they've tried different diets, and when you measure their blood sugar in real time, if you have equipment to actually measure blood sugar continuously, where you can see every change in blood sugar moment to moment, you find that most people with weight problems have very irregular blood sugar. It goes up and down throughout the day, kind of like a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first things we learned when we started studying the effects of PGX on that blood sugar response was that PGX gets people off the blood sugar roller coaster, essentially. It means that when you include PGX with your meal, your blood sugar doesn't spike after the meal like it would, and it means that your blood sugar doesn't drop a few minutes or hours later, resulting in less hunger. We found that these people, when they were keeping diaries of how many times a day they were feeling hungry and felt tempted to eat or needed to eat urgently, before PGX, it was dozens of times they felt like that. But after we put them on PGX, the number of times that they had these urgent feelings to eat were dramatically reduced. So you could think, say if throughout the day you have a temptation to eat something you shouldn't, say 30 times. And then if we could just simply erase those 30 times a day you have temptation to eat something you shouldn't, how much easier would it be to stay on track? A lot easier. And so it becomes kind of a catalyst for change for people. It's so simple, but it's something that really does still play a huge role in a program that has become, I think, one of the most comprehensive programs in the world. It's still, that simple addition of PGX to the diet is something that really does help people stay on track. And we have people that have been on PGX for years now, and that's, a big message that I want people to know is that if someone is struggling with a serious weight problem, just losing weight doesn't solve the problem. It's really just the starting point, because you have to continue to maintain that weight loss, and that's really a hard thing to do long term. Your body will fight back.
Oh, it is hard, and you've talked about that many times. We come back, I'll ask, pardon me, I'll ask
whether you
explain a little bit more and describe the program, and you can only get into the program by a patient doctor referral. And it's not just PGX, it's a comprehensive program. Most people self-treat to lose weight, and most of the time don't succeed. It's more complicated than you think. It's not just the food. The food is central, no doubt. But when you put the causal chain together, why are you driven to eat the food that you're eating? How did you get habituated that way? What is your relationship with food? Why is that relationship in existence? We'll see. We'll explore.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
Watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. Dr. Michael Lyon is my guest today. He said a lot of things in that first portion of the show. Took copious notes. I will zero in on them and we'll expand. You notice the three letters PGX. Very important. We'll get back to him in a moment. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that we are now in Panama City, Florida, and we are on a station there that's long been in that market, man.
WLTG 1430 AM, Panama City.
And Olive Leaves is the sponsor, and we're glad that they can do it. Dr. Ganawe, there at the store, owner, and Max, who's the manager, and Amy, who works in the store. I've never met them, but I understand that they're wonderful people.
Well, it's a nutrition center also.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go there and talk with Dr. Ganawe. That's one of the great things about that place. So it's the Olive Leaves. There's no it's not the Olive Leaves. It's Olive Leaves. So that way when you go online, you can look for it.
Yes. And yes, from my understanding is a lot of stores try to imitate what they do there at Olive Leaves, but you know, you want the original. You don't want a knockoff. Yeah. And maybe I'll someday get a chance to meet Dr. Kanawe, or at least talk with him and Max. And I encourage the store to please call the show anytime you want. On a particular theme, or it can be off topic, makes no difference. And if you have something to share about what maybe your customers have something to say about PGX.
And it is Olive Leaves Health and Food Store at 634 West 23rd Street, Panama City, Florida, 32405. And their phone number is 850-763-8871.
Okay. And so we're in Panama City now, and we're coast to coast, including Hawaii, including Panama City, and we stream the show every day globally, and we're still averaging 30,000 hits a day on the stream. Most of it's in North America, U.S., Canada, and all of North America, but we appear on other continents. It's amazing. People find the show, and we have a company that uploads the show onto 4 or 5 different platforms live. And the metric that they provide is they can tell us where the show is being watched and how many. So we have those data. I'm not making it up.
It's great. Like if you wanted to be a sponsor or something for the show, you can call us and we'll tell you how to be a sponsor.
Absolutely. Always looking for good sponsors. Not everybody makes it as a sponsor onto the show, but we're always looking for good sponsors. And you can just call Stephen at 877-897-8255. He'll take your information. I'll get back to you. And as I said, Dr. Michael Lyon's my guest today. And I want to thank John at the station in Panama City for putting the show on the air.
Yeah, and having faith in us and everything.
Absolutely. And he called me the other day, and we spoke for a good while. Very passionate, wants to do a good job. People take radio for granted. We all do that, and we shouldn't. The people that run these stations, manage them, own them, they're working hard. I mean, radio's tough business. And can you just imagine daily life without your radio? No radio. What would that be like? People think, oh, no TV. Just go ahead and take out radio.
It's a long ride in a car for me if I didn't.
God knows you have to sit with yourself for a while.
I know.
In my conversation with Dr. Lyon in the first portion of the show, he highlighted so many points, principles and points that each one merits some exploration. You heard him talk about PGX, and then he was talking about the clinic. I asked him what he said spinned off of when did you start the clinic? And in Canada, and by the way, that's the Medical Weight Management Program. That's for Canadians. You have to be referred there by a physician. But he was talking about PGX. Then he was talking about blood glucose levels, irregular blood glucose levels, irregular blood sugar. He used the metaphor of a roller coaster. He mentioned insulin, blood glucose, insulin. Okay, what do those two things have to do with one another, and what do they have to do with weight gain? I'm going to ask him that. Dr. Lyon is a practicing physician in Canada. Been in practice, I don't know how many years, well over 20 years, I'm sure. An allopathically trained physician. And the clinic, from all that I can learn about it, is they do a great job there. See a lot of patients. I told you 200 or 300 a day. They're busy. Dr. Lyon, welcome back. Are you in the trench in that clinic every day, or are you there?
I'm there most every day, yeah. Yeah, I'm on a lot of committees and different things, so I have to travel, but I'm there a lot. But I have about a dozen other doctors and 25 support staff behind me, so I'm sometimes in the way when it's a busy place. I have to make sure I'm in there for a reason now.
You mentioned, of course, PGX. Then that got woven into the theme of blood glucose levels and insulin. Can you sort of weave those three concepts together? What's, first of all, the relationship, blood glucose and insulin? How are they related? And what do they have to do with weight gain and weight loss, for that matter?
Well, as people start gaining weight, what happens is they start accumulating excessive fat inside the belly, around the organs, and this is the fat that is of most concern. This is what we call the visceral adipose tissue, or the visceral fat, the fat around your viscera or your organs. And that fat is fat that has a completely different function in the body than the fat that is on the outside of your body, the fat you can pinch. The fat that you can pinch, for the most part, doesn't really do harm, unless, of course, there's so much that it starts to weigh down on your joints. But for the most part, the majority of the harm coming from excessive weight is coming from that inner fat, that visceral fat. And we know that as a person gains weight, there's a certain point where they pass a kind of a threshold where if they gain more visceral fat, they start to have a transformation that occurs in that fat. That fat begins to change. It starts to become not just a store of energy, which is what fat really is, a store of energy. That fat secretes hormones and other substances that begin to regulate things within the body. And what we know is that excessive visceral fat starts to create a scenario where you start to develop more inflammation throughout your body, and you start to develop what we call insulin resistance, a resistance to the effects of insulin. And so that's one of the things that we see fairly early on. And as we start to probe and have better tools to detect insulin resistance, we start to see that insulin resistance is occurring earlier in the game when it comes to someone as they're gaining weight. So in our practice, for instance, 60% of the patients that see us are type 2 diabetic, and the remaining people are, most of them, pre-diabetic. And so this phenomena of insulin resistance is something we see in most people. And so it's a condition where the insulin is still made by the pancreas, which is the hormone you need to be able to actually use the sugar that is produced from your meals. But the problem is that it isn't working that well, so your body has to make extra insulin with.
And we'll be right back, and we'll continue the narrative.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends, Virilo Max, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension, exclusively available on Amazon.com.
Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. Insulin. Starting to catch on here, right? You hear it, listening to Dr. Lyon, has a lot to do with weight gain, has a lot to do with weight loss. And PGX, he mentioned PGX. PGX is sold in fine health stores throughout the United States. It's one way to help manage blood glucose and insulin levels. Dr. Lyon, welcome back. The more insulin you create or take or whatever, the more the propensity to gain weight. Is that true?
Yeah, I think essentially the The problem is, as people gain weight, they start to become more prone to gaining more weight. So it becomes like a vicious cycle. It's something that the body begins to adapt to this change and becomes better at it, essentially. And so when someone wants to embark on weight loss, they have to realize their body is not really equipped to lose weight. The body has become equipped to gain weight, and it does take some special efforts to get the body to turn the course. And in the end, they still have to realize that their body remembers their maximum weight, and it's going to want to pull them back that direction. So just simply losing weight doesn't fix the problem. They can maintain weight loss, but it has to be an ongoing focus. It can't be something they let go of their efforts, or the weight will gradually come back.
Sure. So is the insulin a transporter of the glucose to the cells?
Glucose and amino acids. So after meals, even if someone eats no carbohydrate, no starch or sugar, if they eat a high-protein meal, they're still going to get a big burst of insulin. So it's not just carbohydrates that are causing rises in insulin.
I'm struck by the statistic that 60% of the patients in your clinic are type 2 diabetic, and many of the remaining are pre-diabetic. So there's this almost like, seems like almost like an inextricable nexus between insulin imbalance, glucose imbalance, and the whole issue of weight gain or obesity. So that seems to be one of the major flashpoints. I mean, that seems to be a target, right? I mean, and that's what PGX is trying to do. Isn't it targeting that central issue of too much insulin, too much glucose?
It really does, in the sense that we know from the wealth of research that's out there that there is a connection between excessive weight and the intake of carbohydrates, starches, and sugars. But the focus on trying to just simply eliminate carbohydrates, it's hard to make that argument consistently, especially when you look at long-term studies. It seems that it's more the quality of the carbohydrates that are important. So, for instance, you take a study recently published published in the journal American Medical Association just last month, and it was a study done at Stanford University on around 650 people. And what they did was they took people and they randomly assigned them to either a low carbohydrate diet, like a real, Atkins style low carbohydrate diet, or a diet that was low fat and relatively high in carbohydrates. And they actually tried to see if individuals that initially had a high insulin response to their meals, if those people would do better on a low carbohydrate diet. And you think that they would. You'd think that people that have insulin resistance, they need to be on a low carb diet. But what they found was that when they had these people coming to classes where they taught them how to make foods from scratch, more fresh foods, and to confine the eating of their foods to more whole foods. So what they found was, in the end, when they got people eating whole foods, more whole foods, and as far as their carbohydrates, really truly whole grains, they found that it didn't make any difference. The people that had the high insulin response after meals, they did just as well on the low-fat, higher carbohydrate diet as long as they were eating whole foods. So to me, it was really good news. It meant that, like we often say, the diet that is the best diet for you isn't necessarily a magic formula for a diet, even a low-carb or high-carb diet. It's going to be a diet that, first of all, you love it, you enjoy the diet, but secondly, that it's a diet that's mostly whole foods that you make from scratch. And if you follow that principle, it looks like that's the most important thing, is to try to make food from scratch, using real ingredients instead of out of a can.
Was this the study that was a low carb, low fat diet? Was that the one?
Yes.
Was that the one by Christopher Gardner?
Yeah, that's right. Chris Gardner. That was the study. It was a real mind blower. That study. It blew a lot of people's preconceptions out of the water. That somehow that there's this idea that you can individualize a diet based on insulin response, and you think for sure at least the low carb diet. So even though most of our patients are pre-diabetic or diabetic, we don't really push the low carb diet. And I've always been a little bit concerned that we're pushing a diet that's loaded with fat and meat, and I don't really think, even for the sake of our world, for our environment, that that's necessarily a good message to give to large numbers of people. For individuals, some individuals seem to thrive on the low carb diet, but I'm reluctant to make that a public health message, because what happens if we just tell people, eat more meat, eat more fat? It ends up probably being very hard on the world, and I think that eating more plants is a better message, really.
Absolutely. Cows or plants. Go with the plants.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. You heard Dr. Lyon reference a study published in JAMA out of Stanford. Chris Gardner, Dr. Gardner, it was one of the lead researchers on the study. He shares something with you from an abstract to the study. Quote, perhaps the biggest takeaway from this study, Gardner said, is that the fundamental strategy for losing weight with either a low-fat or low-carb approach is similar. Eat less sugar, less refined flour, and as many vegetables as possible. Gee, I wonder where you heard that before. Go for the whole foods. I feel vindicated. Go for the whole foods, whether that is a wheat berry salad or grass-fed beef. Then there's a direct quote from Gardner. Quote, on both sides, we heard from people who had lost the most weight that we had helped them change their relationship to food. Just talked about that a moment ago. And that now they were more thoughtful about how they ate, close quote. Takeaway is eat whole foods. What have I been saying on this show? Forever. And I said, stick with the plants. Go with the plants. You can eat meat, but don't eat meat with your meat, man. Don't eat meat with your meat and then follow it up with meat for dessert. You get my point. There's a commercial running on this one chain. It's a very effective. The guy's voice, that commercial is lethal because it's so effective. I'm into that. I mean, that's my area, social influence and persuasion. I look at messaging, and that commercial, that's a hit for that chain. They're talking about the beef. I'm just saying, stick with the plants. Thank you for referencing that study, Dr. Lyon. That's a good study. As Dr. Gardner says, it closes some doors but opens other doors, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. My dietitian just presented that at an obesity conference recently, where there was in the audience quite a few big proponents on the low-carb, high-fat ketogenic diet. And there were some real haters, I tell you. Real haters. People that were really mad at that study. And, of course, you know, they always have to try to find the faults in a study. And the fact is that it, it isn't there to disgrace the low-carb diet. It's there to show that it really, the point that it makes is that, first of all, in the long run, it's not about the diet. It's about a person's relationship to food.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Gary?
You've said that from day one to me. Day one.
Day one. Dr. Lyon, I've said that a million times. I said, start thinking about your relation. Don't think about losing weight. Think about your relationship with food, like a relationship with the person. If the relationship has gone haywire, it's dysfunctional, and you need to make changes to that relation. Think of it that way. We're going to try to change that relationship. To me, that's a more effective way. I don't know how you approach it in your clinic. You do it that way?
Yeah, we do. And, I have to say, you have people on one side where they are fixated on the low-carb ketogenic diet, where they begin to believe, and they experience this sensation of unwellness when they introduced carbs again to their diet, because they've been so strict with the low-carb diet. Their body's lost all tolerance to carbohydrates, or they somehow feel psychologically unwell, maybe. I don't know what it is, but some of these people are convinced they can't eat carbs again, and they're kind of stuck with that. But on the other side of the coin, I see people who are vegetarian or vegan because of their anxiety. Like, you shouldn't have an anxious relationship with food one way or another.
One way or another.
Where it really is essentially an eating disorder. And we have to love our food. That's going to be the most important thing long term to be able to exist on a healthy diet, is to learn to love your food, because food is there. It is a form of love, of comfort, of social connection. That's what food is. You can't extract that from it. And if you try to do that, if you try to just follow a diet based on rules, you can't really live that way without having something else go haywire in your life.
Yeah, following that up, some of the metaphor that I use, I said that processed food, junk food, is like being in a relationship with a very attractive person. You look at them, they make you feel good. I mean, they're beautiful, right? But they're not good for you.
Exactly. It'd be like if your food is mostly from a fast food store, it'd be like Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels. I mean, it doesn't always go so good in the long run.
Oh my God, that's good. Let's go. Go ahead.
I have a question that came over Facebook. Stacy asked, "Are there any natural things to replace antibiotics?"
Yeah, it depends what you're talking about.
If you have systemic inflammation or sepsis, systemic sepsis, do you know of anything that would, other than antibiotics?
Well, let's say first that antibiotics are dramatically overused, particularly for viral infections of the respiratory tract. So when people get a bad cold, they go to a doctor, and they go there with an agenda. They go there because they want the doctor to give them an antibiotic, and doctors are under pressure. Doctors know nowadays that most respiratory infections, they really don't get better any quicker with an antibiotic. But you go to the doctor, you get the antibiotic, and 4 or 5 days later you're feeling better, and you go, oh, it's that antibiotic. So the next time you get sick, you want an antibiotic. And that's creating a lot of problems. It's adding to the resistance of bacteria that are circulating through society to the antibiotics. And so, yeah, there's an overuse of antibiotics, but on the other hand, when you have a serious bacterial infection that, and even bacterial infections don't always need antibiotics, like sinus infections, ear infections often will do just as well without. But there are places for antibiotics. The day before antibiotics, we were mostly dying of pneumonia. And
but is there any really good natural substitute for antibiotics to fight an infection?
Well, again, it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about an infection on the surface of the skin, yeah, sometimes there is. Sometimes you can use. But infection of the lungs, for example, no, right? Well, when you're talking about pneumonia, probably not. Probably not. Now you're kind of playing a Russian roulette, because pneumonia still kills people. If you don't believe that, you have to spend a little time with a doctor that works in the hospital wards. And especially with elderly, right, Dr. Lyon? Yeah, elderly people, debilitated people, but not always. Remember Jim Henson,
yes,
Muppets fame.
Muppets, yes.
He developed streptococcal pneumonia, and he waited a little bit too long before he got treatment, and he died.
Yeah.
It'll take you quick if it's...
We come back, we'll take a question from Michael in Tampa. We'll have the LTN Health question of the day. And PGX, just get a tattoo. If you're going to get a tattoo, get PGX. PGX. We'll get Dr. Lyon to tell you how to take it, what it is, and so on. We'll get to it.
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. And here's the LTN health question of the day. Dr. Lyon referenced a new study coming out of Stanford. Very good study. Now, as a researcher, I've published my share of articles and done my share of experimental and observational studies and whatnot in my career. There is no perfect study. Notwithstanding that fact, it was a pretty darn good study. Didn't do it in a couple of weeks. They did it over a substantial period of time. Nevertheless, the study looked at a low-fat diet versus a low-carb diet, and they put the participants in the study in these different groups. Here's the question. At the end of the day, what was the finding of the study? That a low-fat diet contributed more to weight loss? That a low-carb diet contributed more to weight loss? Or was it a draw? What's the answer? Did a low-fat diet, a low-carb diet, a low-fat diet contribute more to weight loss, a low-carb diet, or was it a draw? If you have the right answer and you'll win a $25 supplement gift card, we'll explain the answer once we get that off to the side and somebody answers it. Here's the number to call.
877-897-8255. It's 877-897-TALK.
This is a darn good study. It's a brand new study. I'm still reminded of Bertrand Russell's quote that he said to his brother when Bertrand Russell was in prison. And he said to his brother, "I would rather be mad with the truth than deluded than sane with lies. I would rather be mad with the truth than sane with lies." Studies like this drive people crazy. And they would rather be sane with lies. They don't want to hear because it upsets their sense of control and their view of their worldview or their understanding of X, Y, or Z, their philosophy, their ideology. Get over it. Change. Go change your pants. Change your mind. How about that? Dr. Lyon. Michael in Tampa has a question. Hi, Michael.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I've recently been diagnosed with myasthenia gravis by the VA, and I want to know if there's any nutritional thing I can do to counter that disease.
Okay, good question. Myasthenia gravis, Dr. Lyon?
Yeah, I would say the main thing to do is to do everything you can to support the immune system in a way that reduces inflammation. So one of the things that you want to do is if you have diabetes, get it under very good control. Keep the blood sugars, as optimal as possible. Make sure that the diet is mostly whole foods, so that you're not eating foods from a fast food restaurant or really just trying to make food from scratch. Eating a lot more fresh vegetables is probably a really good idea. And then nutrients that support the nervous system, for instance, omega-3 fatty acid supplements like a fish oil concentrate and magnesium, which is very useful to help the nerves to become
B vitamins,
excitable.
Dr. Lyon?
Yeah, a B complex is a really good idea. Probably a multivitamin just to make sure that there isn't any kind of trace element deficiencies.
Does this operate? Does it masquerade under a more common name under than myasthenia gravis? Does it have another?
No, it's still just referred to as myasthenia gravis. So
okay. This is a challenge.
Grapeseed extract's another good one.
Oh yeah, grapeseed extract. Yes.
Yeah.
What about managing inflammation with something like from Natural Factors, their Thera?
Yeah, absorbable curcumin. The Thera is a really good absorbable curcumin. It's a really good antioxidant and anti-inflammatory herbal extract. So that's probably a good idea.
This is a challenging disease. Boy, you know, I keep saying your health is your wealth. Boy, it is. And when you're facing that kind of challenge, it makes you reflect and reevaluate because now you have to manage this, and it becomes a center of your life. And I get it. I hope that answer helped you a little bit, Michael. A whole food, plant-based diet is a good place to start for sure.
I wouldn't ignore some of the conventional treatments may prevent this disease from progressing. So I'd be careful to listen closely and get the best specialists.
My volume got turned down, Dr. Garko.
Like removing the thymus gland, for instance, is a relatively simple surgical procedure.
Can you increase my volume so I can hear you?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, now I can hear you better.
Yeah, Dr. Lyon said that not to reject or forget about traditional therapies or treatments for the disease. He mentioned the thymus gland, and that I don't know what the technical name is when they remove the thymus. Dr. Lyon, is that what you said?
Yeah, thymectomy, where they remove the thymus gland. It's really used to be thought to be just kind of a remnant of the infant's immune system, but now we realize that it still has an important role to play in the regulation of the immune system, and in some cases, autoimmune disorders are being perpetuated by probably excessive activity of the thymus gland.
I see. So, you heard the show, of course, as you know, Michael, is archived, so you can go back and listen to it at letstalknutrition.com under show schedule, or you can watch it on YouTube and listen to Dr. Lyon's answer again. And you can call me back again, too. We're out of time. Let's go to, and I wish you good luck with this. Call me back, and we'll talk about it some more. Let's go to Chris in Tampa. What's the answer?
It's a draw.
It's a draw. And one of the things that the main researcher in the study said, they put them on a low-carb, low-fat, but they were a healthy low-carb and a healthy low-fat diet, and it's whole foods, eating whole foods. You heard Dr. Lyon say that. And plants, a plant-based whole food diet. Man, that prescription can be written for everybody. Congratulations, Chris. You won a $25 supplement gift card.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Dr. Lyon, we always learn when you're on. We appreciate you. We appreciate your contribution. We appreciate all your work. We enjoy you so much. I just want you to know that. I'm telling you that personally, and I know the audience does it well as well.
Thanks, Michael. Always a pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see you if you're coming to the station at the Golden Diamond Source Performance Theater here at iHeartMedia. I'm looking forward. I can't wait to see you, and we're going to have a good time and celebrate this show and celebrate you, most importantly, the listener and the viewer. Your health is your wealth, and I love you.